We're back again with part 3 of the 7.3 rebuild. I don't remember what to say now. We have some 22 by 12s and some 37s that I picked up off the Facebook Marketplace, which are pretty curved and beat up, but they fit the truck. We also have picked up this King Ranch bench seat, which weighs approximately 3,000 pounds. We're going to try and clean it up with some leather conditioner and leather cleaner, because it's a little rough around the edges, as well as we're gonna paint up some of the interior and see if we can't get this thing looking wonderful. So let's toss these wheels on and see if it looks gangster. Get the color on there. We got one on, and damn is she looking good on there. We're gonna have the rest on right about now. I'd like to point out that this is much wider in the front than we would want it, but I mean, for a budget setup, you kind of just gotta take what you can get. So the rear's pretty perfect. That's way too much up front. What are you gonna do? Let's take it for a drive. Wheels and tires are on. The rear looks phenomenal. The front is on, so that's all that matters. We're gonna tackle the interior now. So here's the plan with the interior. This gray is absolutely awful and toasted out. So we're gonna paint all this gray with some interior paint. Probably a dark brown to match this over here. A dark brown to match the cup holders and like the side trim and everything on the King Ranch seat. So then once that's all painted up, we're going to fab up that King Ranch seat in here. Don't know how hard it's gonna be, but we'll get her done. And then there's a couple other little odds and ends we're gonna tackle, but we'll talk about that later. All right, here's what we got. We got some filler, plastic and leather prep, Cordovan brown SEM color coat, white primer, tape, and some professional plastic spreaders, and a couple scuff pads. So, I think right now we are going to pop out these door cards, give them a scuff, see if we can't get them a little cleaner, because they're pretty beat, and then probably try and fill in these cracks in the dash, because that's ugly and we don't want to paint over that. So, let's get to it. Is that literally it? Door card 1, removed. Why are the bolts different on this one? This thing's gonna be a whole new rig when we're done with it. I mean, bolts on. Door card 2 off. Morale is low, so we're gonna toss the King Ranch seat in here. Just set her in for now, because I'm dying to see how it looks. That's the wrong one. My bad. Took the whole stud out. Right on.
Did it?
Oh yeah. Awesome! Awesome! Now watch me remove this effortlessly, bud. Oh shit, man. Don't worry, man. What am I hooked on?
It doesn't look anything.
What do you mean?
Keep going.
There's gotta be hooked on something. I'm hooked! I gotta be. I'm dying. I gotta be hooked up on something. You're not. What? Something's hooked, pal.
Oh yeah, something's hooked.
You. Okay. Believe it or not, this thing is much heavier than it looks. I think we twist this way. You got her? Yeah, we'll just go. Set. Here's how she's looking, just setting her in there. Pretty phenomenal, I would say. Hopefully we get some dark brown that roughly matches this on the rest of the interior. It should be pretty nice. We are gonna tape off the stuff I don't want painted right now. Then we're gonna scuff everything, clean it, paint it, and it's gonna look phenomenal. In that shape. Oh yeah, that's how that's done right there. That is how that is done. Oh yeah, that works. Let's give this thing a quick scuff. Ish. Pretty good looking. There's one. So the other one's gonna be done right about now. Both door cards are now complete. So I think we're gonna move on to fixing the cracks in the dash and then painting it the same color. It's out, so we're going to attempt to repair this big crack along with these two other smaller cracks here. I'm just kinda trying to cut down all the high spots because filling with filler, there's gonna be a huge ridge in the middle. We don't really want that. We're gonna do this probably the improper way, but I don't really give a shit. So while the dash panel dries up with all that horrendous filler in it, don't worry about that, we're gonna fine tune that. We're gonna scuff and paint up these kick panels, the glove box, fuse panel cover, and these little trim pieces that go in the main dash bezel. While those little pieces are drying, we're going to attend to this dash pad, which seems to have hardened. We got all those other little pieces all dry now, and they look pretty good. There's a couple of marks in them, but they were awful before, so we're gonna take that as a victory. After a bit of messing around, I have taped off everything we don't want painted. So now that she's all masked off, I'm gonna give it a quick prep and lay down some primer and then do some paint. I'm gonna do a nice light coat. Starting on this side. Here's what we're gonna do. goes around all those. Yep. And then that goes there. Ooh, wow. It's a brand new day, and the dash has been completely reinstalled and painted, and it looks absolutely phenomenal. The one spot that was cracked is a little bit uglier than the other spots, but can't really notice unless you know it was there. So the new plan is to install this King Ranch seat, and then the door cards, and then we're done. The easy way to install this would be to just bolt it to the ground how it is, but then you can't adjust it. And so we have decided here that we're gonna cut up this bottom plate that bolts onto the seat, take the sliders off of the old bench seat, bolt them on the bottom, bolt it up into the truck, and then hopefully it adjusts and sits at the right height. Or we cut everything apart and this seat is floppy and a complete piece of junk. So let's do it. We cut up that bottom piece, tried to make it work. We can't bolt the brackets to the bottom to have a slider. So we're gonna cut our own piece out of this chunk of aluminum and hopefully notch it properly, hopefully not destroy it. You're gonna find out right now. All right. Here's the new and improved game plan. We have this piece of aluminum cut to length. So we're gonna mark out some notches. We're gonna cut this out, and this out, so that this slides back into here, bolts up to these brackets, and then there should be just enough room on this piece of aluminum to bolt up the slider somewhere in here and in here to bolt to the floor in the truck, and then we're gonna chop off these extra mounts that we no longer need. It's gonna be flawless. Could not go wrong. Yeah, this is gonna be sick. Gotta knock down all these corners so that you don't catch you on your way in. Oh yeah, that is proper.
No more games. Can't we just say its name instead of running away and jumping the gun to play it safe?
All right. We have now completed the interior rebuild. There's a couple more little things that we gotta iron out another day, but for now, this is as good as she's gonna get. So let me show you what we're working with here. We have door cards all painted up and installed. They're looking pretty good. We got the dash all painted up. King Ranch seat is now mounted on a slider, so it's adjustable. We got the 22x12s and 37s on there. What are your thoughts, Jackson? Sick. So a few other little things we're gonna do. I don't like this gray vinyl flooring. Trying to find a used carpet, can paint black or a black one ideally. And then obviously this truck needs rockers and cab corners. So once those are done, I'm gonna get some nicer trim pieces for down here. Was supposed to have a headliner coming, but it did not show up. So we're gonna have to wait on that, as well as these little trim pieces that go up to A-pillars on each side. Other than that, she's pretty much complete. The King Ranch seat is 10 times comfier. I got flip down armrest and some cup holders now, which is way better. She's looking pretty good. I guess that's it. Thanks for watching.